the introduction regarding the issues on thoughtfully implementing the 14th five-year plan and accelerating the building of China's strengths in transport. And he will also take some of your questions. With us today, we also have the Chief Planner, Mr. Wang Yang, from the Ministry of Transport. Now, first, I give the floor to Mr. Wang. Ladies and gentlemen, friends from the media, good afternoon. I'm very glad to take this opportunity to meet all of you here to give you the information regarding how Ministry of Transport further implement the 14th five-year plan. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to appreciate all our friends from the media for your long-term support, concern to the endeavor of transportation. At the just concluded two sessions, the 14th five-year plan for economic and social development just passed. The Ministry of Transport were involved and also proposed the suggestions. After the approval of this five-year plan, we had a deep study and also will do everything we can to make into our moves. We believe that this is actually for the transport sector is a very important service sector and also is a forward-looking industry. I believe that this is actually a key pillar to support China's new development pattern. In the 13th five-year plan, guided by Xi Jinping's thought on socialism with Chinese characteristics for a new era, a modern transport system has gained a historical progress, laying the solid foundation for securing a victory in building a moderately prosperous society in all respects, and laid a solid stone for building China into a powerhouse in transport. Based on the arrangement of the Civil Central Committee and State Council in the next 3 decades, we will accelerate our speed in building China into a powerhouse in transport. By 2035, we will basically build a people-accepted, well-guaranteed, world-leading system in transport. By year 2050, we will fully complete China's endeavor in the accelerating in China's strengths in transport. So people do not need to worry about the means of transport. Therefore, the 14th five-year plan period is a very important stage for us to make our first stride with significant role play. So the 14th five-year plan actually has proposed several requirements in our work, covering every aspect, and also have a specific chapters regarding how to build China into a power country in transport, covering composites and the complex transportation system, transport the clusters, the city clusters, development of rural areas, as well as upgrading transport service, and a market reform. In addition, the five-year plan also mentioned about the expansion of the scope, the regional layout, as well as rural revitalization, laying the further requirements on our work. Therefore, the 14th five-year plan for economic and social development give us clear direction to pursue high-quality development in transport sector. Therefore, we will focus on 2 areas. First, we would like to implement the plan to its letters. Therefore, we need to do that. We will bring a plan as the benchmark to make our action plan. Right now, each and every item related to transport, key projects, we are doing the working groups and also have the detailed action plan under making. At the same time, we'll also build up the working system as well as regulatory systems, make sure that we have the real process at each milestones, make sure that the whole work can be proceeded in a well-guaranteed manner. Second, in the 14th five-year plan, we will focus on more the execution side. So from a major country to a poor country in transport, we right now make our endeavor from a new height. Therefore, we need to focus on the overarching plan, the master plan, the plan for each and the different sectors under the umbrella of transport. We work with relevant departments and authorities, and also based on the 14th five-year plan, we make sure that our plans actually is practical and also effective. To be specific, the general principle is that we would like to be guided by Xi Jinping's thought on socialism with Chinese characteristics for a new era, fully implement the 19th Party National Congress and the 2nd through 5th plenary session of the 19th Party Central Committee in full, and also implement the white paper issued by the State Council and the CPC Central Committee, and also implement the 14th five-year plan for economic and social development, and standing at a new development philosophy, and also guided by that philosophy to bring into our work. Make sure we pursue the progress while maintaining stabilities, and also pursue high-quality development, focus on supply-side structural reform as the main task, and to promote innovation-driven development in order to fulfill people's ever-growing needs for a better life. We also stick to the systematic working style, working on the maintaining the exist strands and also add on the new ones, and also make sure that our systems that could be green, convenient, economic, modern system. By doing so, we'd like to build a leading technology facility, management style, and service in order to use a better service and the system to support China as a modern socialist country. Regarding our priority, we focus on filling our shortness and create synergies, increase efficiency, guarantee impeded flow, strengthen and improve our service. Talking about filling the shortness, we talk about that we will look into the room for improvement, especially between the regions, between the urban and the rural areas, especially imbalanced and inadequate structural areas. Talking about creating more synergies, we will focus on more the integrated plan, which means that we will spare no effort to integrate the transportation among different means, as well as transportation plus other industries. For increasing efficiency, our focus will be more on digitalization. So we would like to use innovation-driven technology, so use the digital means to help us to increase and transformation, provide more drivers. And talking about the impeded flow, which talk more about the convenience. So we will fully guarantee the safety and the security of the whole network in transport, and keep increasing the efficiency among and inside the transport network. Talking about the service, we would like to provide a variety of service available to the people. So we would like to provide high quality, more category involved service, so that covering the logistics and transportation. Talking about better management, which means we will focus on modernization. So that's detail-driven management with targeted measures. We would like to promote implementation of a modern transport system and also improve the capability. So we would like to see that a connection and integration happened in transport. So talking about integration, we would like to get a balanced layout, structure, function, and construction layout among different means of transport, and also increase efficiency, reduce waste. And talking about connection, on one hand, we would like to see the interconnection between different means of transport to create more synergy. On the other hand, we would like to see the integration of transport and other industry in order to create a win-win outcomes. And also we would like to see that the additional interaction and connection at the infrastructure construction level, and also would like to see more soft connection, which means the service sector. All in all, the Ministry of Transport will implement the 14th Five-Year Plan for National Economic and Social Development. To year 2035, we would like to make a solid stride in making China a powerful country in transport in order to create a pillar to support China to build a modern socialist country, and also to make a guarantee for China to achieve its national goal. Thank you very much. Now the floor is open. Please identify your media affiliation before raising questions. With CMG CCTV, my question is that in the 14th Five-Year Plan as well, the 5th plenary session of the 19th Party Central Committee in full, it emphasized that we would like to create a new development pattern, which is to create a robust domestic market and also the domestic and international markets reinforce each other with domestic one as the mainstay. So what's the plan for the Ministry of Transport? Thank you very much. Regarding your questions, a new development pattern, that's the national strategic plan for 14th Five-Year Plan period, as well as the longer range time period. So we talk about that's more the impeded flow in terms of the economic circulation. While the transport could be an important one to circulating from the consumption to trade. And it's a solid foundation for the factors to flow, and also a key connector to promote a positive interplay between domestic circulation and international circulation, and also to guarantee the security and safety for supply chain and industrial chain. January this year, the ministry issued the documents in this regard, formulating the 3-year action plan. The key initiatives includes in the following 5 areas. First, we would like to expand the scope of circulation. So we will intensify our efforts to improve the transport network. Regarding the master plan issued by the central government. We would like to make the impeded flow in the trunk ways and also focus on the national and provincial trunk highways, and also to improve the basic highways, and also the 3,000 kilometers will be added to the railway operation lines, and also the 25,000 kilometers railways have been upgraded or improved, and also 30,000 airports have also been improved. Second, increase efficiency that's regarding the logistic network, and we will also advance the matching logistics network to consumption pattern. That should be a larger capability and efficient in cost, and coordinate the logistic infrastructure, key ways, and also the warehouse as well as the and terminal construction. Make sure that the county level, city level, and village level all covered by this logistic system. Third, we would like to improve the dynamics of that network. So we would like to bring the connection between transport to agriculture, modern production, manufacturing, tourism, and also spare no effort to improve the hub service in order to cultivate new models of business. Fourth, we would like to guarantee the unimpeded flow. So this is regarding the international logistic network, and also extend the various available channels, and also safeguard the safety of the key international waterways, and also build a better cargo service, and also fill in the shortage of the cold chain transport. So we could see a positive interplay realized between domestic and international logistics system. Fifth, we would like to lower the cost of circulation. Standing from the perspective of the whole industrial chain, we would like to lower the institutional, the factors of production, information, costs, and we will further regulate and lower the cost at the port, airport, train station, and the waterway stations, and also further overhaul the illegal charging in this regard. We would like to issue multiple practical initiatives to make sure we provide a solid support to achieve a high quality development. Thank you.
谢谢。新华社中国经济新兴社记者提问。
Xinhua News Agency. The 14th five-year plan put in technology innovation at the key areas, and also how the transport ministry would like to let the technology play its role. So talk about innovation is one of our key tasks. I believe this question I'll invite Mr. Wang to answer. Thank you very much. The ministry will stick to pursue innovation-driven development and smart transport building. In the 13th five-year plan period, we worked with the other ministries, such as Ministry of Science and Technology, and also allocated multiple resources to make fresh ways and also improved our capability of innovation. And second, we also strengthened our high-level design And we issued the documents and the guidelines. And third, we also worked on the pilot projects, especially digitalization of the infrastructure construction, the water and land transportation, which could be test water of the intelligent port and other pilot projects, and also roll out to other projects. Going forward, we would like to do innovation to empower the development of transport, like digitalization, intelligence play a larger role in order to cultivate more drivers. So we'll focus on the 4 areas. First, we will promote the digitalization, IoT, and also the intelligent infrastructure, and also upgrade and transform the old ones, and also would like to introduce the cutting-edge technology to the infrastructure. We would like to see the unmanned driver, unmanned vessels in our pilot projects. And second, we also would like to see the capability of a smart transport system. We'd like to build a brain that's also digitalized, as well as the system to match that brain, and also involve the logistics sectors. And also build the intelligent, a systematic management style, so that the whole industries can improve the overall capability in a digital and smart management. And we also would like to see the BDS to play a larger role in the transport in order to create the modern, advanced, and practical application in terms of equipment, and also would like to focus on the building of smart ports. And fourth, we'd like to harness the foundation. So we will do more a basic research and also create the synergy from the academic level to the commercial rollout. We also would like to speed up the workforce in innovation, and also make the data available to all, and also work with the relevant departments to build 5G database center as well as AI. And also would like to see the whole industries across the board can make them move forward together, and also would like to establish a set of the pilot projects, and also to see the whole system and the network can operate in a more efficient manner. Thank you.
谢谢主持人。经济日报记者提问。我们知道川藏铁路建设的情况受到各方的关注，能否介绍一下目前的建设情况？14五西部川藏铁路能否实现全线通贯？另外，在支持西部地区交通基础设施建设方面，交通运输部有哪些计划
？Western regions. So what's the plan in this regard? Thank you very much. It's more related to the economic sectors. I believe we'll focus a lot in the development of the Western region. And for Mr. Wang, actually, he's the master in this regard. And so we'll let him to answer your question. Thank you for your question. The Ministry of Transport have earnestly implemented the robust development in the Western region, and we focus on the plan, policy support, projects rollout, as well as financial support. We focus on the room for improvement in order to pursue high-quality development in transport in the Western region. In the 13th Five-Year Plan, we also target the impoverished regions And we would like to promote the development of the transport system. Right now, the whole system already put in service, and we look at that the bus also can access to the village, and also the postal service also available to reach the people in the remote areas. And we will also intensify our support in this area in terms of the finance and also the resources and fill in the shortness. And also for the railways, we will also speed up the plans to cover more places. And a national and provincial railways and highways, as well as build the airport in these areas. So we have the Tibetan and Xizang Railway in our plan, and also the multiple access to Tibet also in our plan. For the highly anticipated Tibet and Sichuan Railway in the different sections. In December 2018, the Yan Sichuan actually already in service. Lhasa to Lingzhi expected to be available by the end of this year. Yan to Lingzhi sector around 1,000 kilometers. 2 tunnels and 1 bridge started construction by the end of 2020. Because of the terrain, because of the weather conditions were complicated, and by all diversity fragile, so it's required a longer time period for construction. This is a really challenging project for us, so that need 10 years to finish the whole project. In order to further support the construction of Tibet-Sichuan Railway, we also called experts to give the aid plans in order to increase the efficiency of our work. Right now, everything is going smoothly based on our schedule. Going forward, we will earnestly implement the master plan of the State Council and Civic Central Committee and create a complex corridors to support Western regions, especially Sichuan and Tibet, to achieve the accelerated development in economic and social sector. Phoenix TV, regarding the 14th five-year plan, is that we'd like to see the integrated development among different means of transport, especially the efficiency of network and layout, as you mentioned, focus on the interconnection and also the integration. Would you please elaborate more in this regard? Thank you. As you may notice, right now we bring the solo development of each and every means to the integrated development. This is a natural pattern around the world. Based on our current situation, the composite system of transport right now in China, we encountered one question, which means lack of integration. Right now, for different means of transport already reach a certain level of development. The different kinds of network right now is also accelerating its speed. For example, railway network, before just one route, right now is multiple routes, right now creating that network. And same for the highways. The national network of highways already taken shape, which is also same applied to airport. So for these multiple networks are taking shape in 14th five-year plan period, we would like to see more integration happen among different network and means of transport. So this is a very key opportunity for us. I believe it is highly relevant to the time of development and also reach alignment among the different stakeholders. So that is what I just emphasized. And the integration and connection. So we talk about the coordination that we should do the following. First is at the strategic level. So we would like to support the implementation of national strategies to guide the development in the transport sector. And second, at the planning level, we like to coordinate it: railway, waterway, airway, post, to realize the plans for the further development that involved the layout, construction. Not long ago, we issued a master plan by the State Council, which means we would like to draw all the players onto the one single plan. Third, along the border and also the coastal regions, we would like to use the key projects as the drivers to upgrade and transport the whole industry, as well as to see more innovation happen. And talking about integration, we would like to first respect the development pattern and the natural law of different means of transport. So for the aviation or the railway, actually they have their own development law. On top of that, we would like to leverage the competitive strengths of each means, emphasizing the coordination among different departments and promoting the interaction between different sectors in order to comprehend each means and also create more synergy. By doing so, we would like to build a synergy to support the innovation-driven modern development of the transport sector. And we also would like to see a smooth connection among different sectors and also to align with other industries to practice the integration among different sectors and to realize the modern development. And we talk about the infrastructure connection, which for the hardware side, which means the planning and the construction of infrastructure construction for different means of transport should be aligned in order to build an integrated and aligned modern networks and also share the resources among the different sectors and the different means in order to create a coordinated transportation hub and also to increase the efficiency of resources utilization. On the other hand, we also would like to redouble our efforts on the software side, which means service and management. So we have a hardware that's more for the infrastructure, and for the software that's for the service and the management. What we need to do is first the coordination of policies as well as the data sharing, and also the recognized standards. So we'll talk about that from the airport to take railways. Can we use just one ticket to take different means? We talk about the cargoes. Can we talk about we just use one order or one invoice to use different ways, like rail and water freight container transport? So right now still for the different sectors of the transport means, right now they have different standards. We would like to make it more integrated in order to increase the scope of economic and also to increase our service capability.
后面吧，第5排那位男记者。
你好，我是香港商业电台的记者。我们知道交通运输部就是去年曾经下发一个指导意见，就是明确开展
The commercial radio from Hong Kong last year issued a document regarding the bullet train reaching the commercial rate of 600 kilometers per hour, which drew everyone's attention. I would like to know more about the innovation and the plan in this regard. In 2035, is it possible that we will take that bullet train to travel, and is it possible that also that include that bullet train into a Hong Kong transport network? So this is quite technical question. I invite Mr. Wang to answer. Thank you for your question. In the guideline in building China's strengths in transport, we mentioned about that a 600 kilometers per hour bullet train and also the 400 kilometers per hour train sets. So first we focus on the basic research and innovation. We talk about the bullet trains. It has provided high traction and also environmental friendly benefits. And I believe everyone quite focused on the latest progress in this regard. I work with the relevant agencies regarding the R&D right now. For the R&D, laboratories, platforms already in place. For the samples or the trials already finished. Going forward, we'll focus on the technological innovation, make sure the technology is mature for application, and also do the comparison in the economy sector, and also do the pressure test. Once everything's ready, and we will put in the more commercial application. I will keep you updated. So our journalists from Hong Kong quite keen to know the progress in this regard. Actually, for myself, this is a 600 kilometers per hour bullet train. I hope that it can be accessible to Hong Kong, so Hong Kong can also share a fast train provided by mainland.
谢谢主持人，我是红星新闻记者。大家都很关心
Red
如何
Star
实现
newspaper.
东西协调发展以及城乡一体化发展。
So we talk about the coordinated development of central and western regions, as well as the urban and rural areas, and this is something highlighted in the 5 years plan. Would you please elaborate how transport and support the regional development? I'd like to take your question. Deepen the strategy of regional development in a coordinated manner, as well as promote rural revitalization is a key strategy at the national level in 14th five-year plan. Transport will play a role to lead this strategy, and we will do the following. First, regarding underpin the regional development, we should actually look into the different regions, and also different regions have different requirements. This is quite a big question, actually. So for Beijing, Tianjin, and Hebei region, we'd like to see the integrated transport network. And we'll keep promoting the complex system in the Yangtze River Delta. For Hong Kong, Macau, and Guangzhou, we would like to see the connection. And also the high quality development. And for Hainan, like to see the impeded flow inside the Hainan, as well as the A complex, the A transportation hub, reaching the different destinations around the world. And for Yellow River, we would like to create a green and a comprehensive network. So we talk about the strategy at a national level, actually, for different regions, different sectors, different places, actually have different strategies to match with. For the western region, first we'll need to fill in the gap or improve the shortage of the construction network, and also to build the trunk channels. And for Chengdu and Sichuan, we would like to also build the transport clusters. So this is for the western region. For the northeast region, so we'd like to increase the efficiency of the transport system. For central region, so we'd like to build that's the construction of the A hub, because it's right at the center of the trunk. And for the also should be served as the key areas to connect north to south, east to west, and also to have to build a modern transport networks, and also to see that for the eastern region, because they have already quite a mature networks, so we will also further to improve this system and upgrade the system. Regarding rural revitalization, we'll further maintain and expand the outcomes of poverty eradication, and also to bring the transport more channeled to rural levels. And for the township, you have the access to national, regional highways. And for the transport, for tourism and also the industrial purpose, we would like to fill in the shortage of the logistics and also bring the due ways to bring the industrial products to the rural areas and bring the agricultural products to the city level. Thank you.
谢谢主持人。中国交通报记者提问：今年政府工作报告中提出，要坚决整治违规设置妨碍货车通行的道路限高限宽设施以及检查卡点。我们也注意到，在2020年10月，国办督察室已经通报了相关问题。请问一下，下一步如何推进相关工作，保障交通畅通？谢谢。
My question regarding that, how we'll do the overhaul work
谢谢你的提问。
to guarantee the impeded flow.
改善这个公路运输的条件，保障这个骨干交通。
So this is regarding the smooth flow of the trunk highways. In 2019, we issued guidelines to the provincial levels to conduct inspections lasting half a year. Since the November, December last year, we worked with the Mahout Ministry of Environmental Protection to issue a specific initiative as of the December 31st, 2020. We removed illegal limits on height and width of trucks, totaling 10,154, 35,251 sightings, basically at the rural levels and also the toll booths. With our work in the past 2 years, the provincial trunk highways has seen a big progress in illegal limitations on height and once. And also we further regulate the sightings in the rural area and also establish the institutional system in this regard. But still, we have seen that a room for improvement, especially for the newly built infrastructure. In the government report this year, it's also raised the requirements regarding the road limitation, regarding the width and height of the trucks, and we worked with relevant ministries to draw the action plans in this regard. Based on our previous work, we would like to do an overhaul across the board and also invite the public to overview our work, and we'll also cover the whole chain and also issued the action plan and also the guidelines of requirement to the each areas, and also to maintain the outcomes of our initiatives, make sure the impeded flow of the trucks and also the road transport, let people to increase their gains. And for the truck drivers, also would like to invite them to monitor our work so we can further roll out our initiative in order to yield more outcomes. We know that with the financial newspaper, and green is a key word in our development, and also talk about that General Secretary Xi also mentioned about the goals for the carbon neutralization and the carbon peak timelines. So how the Ministry of Transport implement these guidelines. So green development actually a key task for us. We did a lot of studies in this regard. So I also would like to invite Mr. Wang to answer. Thank you for your question. The central government issued the carbon peak and carbon neutrality at the last meeting of the Central Economic Meeting. And we should speed up the transportation in a greener manner. This is laid a direction for our future work. Regarding the carbon peak, we already did many studies in order to transfer the whole transport to a more low-carbon green development style. We would like to introduce the eco-friendly philosophy into the whole industrial chain, from the manufacturing construction to the logistic sector. So regarding the land resources, resource utilization integration, and the waste, construction waste, solid waste, recycling. And second, we also would like to improve the structure of transport. For the rail, water, and also rail highway transport, we would like to see the more integration among different means of transport. We also would like to promote the green transport so people can take more green transport. And third, we focus on the new energy and recycled energy utilization. And for the discharging testing of vehicles, that's also under our monitoring, and we will further focus on the control of the discharge from the vessels. One last question, please. It's Haibao Daily. In the recent days, we also issued the guidelines regarding the rural constructions, and this new standing point of the new era, how we can better support the rural revitalization and also the constructions in the rural areas. Regarding the mid and long-term development plan in rural areas, was released as the first specific mid to long-term plans with great significance. Actually, the whole idea started at the early 2005. And the whole plan lasted to 2020. Back then, the whole plan focused more on the building a moderately prosperous society in all respects, with the focus on a rural township with unimpeded flow of rural highways or rural roads. I believe over the 1 decade, the whole plan played a key role. I believe we achieved notable progress. For this time, the mid and long-term development guideline followed the guideline issued by the Central Committee and State Council, focus on a new requirement in the new development pattern, and also focusing on the rural revitalization implementation and accelerating the building of China's strengths in transport is from 2020 to 2035. So we talk about the old plan and also the new plan with different focus. So rural revitalization, transport should take a lead. With the full victory and fight against poverty, our work right now is shift its focus to the rural revitalization, and talk about agricultural transformation, city or urban rural reshaping. All these actually give us the further requirements in providing higher quality of service and expanding the service in different forms, and also connecting the rural and city transport systems in order to create an enabling transport environment for people to going out. And we also draw a blueprint in this regard to achieve a building for modern socialist country. I believe the plan also is more a guideline for us to realize rural revitalization. So we focus on the 5 areas. First, we intensify our efforts in improving the weakness, which means the service capability, the quality of service, and the efficiency of service. In order to realize the outcomes of transport can benefit people in an equitable manner. And second, we would like to do a better job in building the rural roads to a higher standard, higher level of maintenance, as well as a higher efficiency in cargo transport. Third, we would like to meet people's evergreen needs for a better life. Therefore, we would like to see a equal footing service provided to the people in rural areas, and also to create a green transport environment. And fourth, we would like to introduce fresh, institutional, and systematic networks, especially covering the maintenance and repairing sectors, make sure that the rural roads can use in a more sustainable manner. And fifth, we emphasize the service function, especially connecting to agriculture, tourism, the city and rural development. So our key goal is by year 2035, we want to see that a reasonable and balanced layout with good service, good management, high quality transport in terms of the rural road system. And also would like to create a overall landscape for the good rural roads. And a total land should maintain at 5 million kilometers. Basically realizing the rural areas that can reach to the different routes, and a cluster of the roads can have the cement roads, so that provide the facilities and also facilitate people's transport demand. And to the middle period, I like to build a matching network of transport that can go along with the modernization in agriculture and technology, which is also safe, convenient, green, and beautiful rural road system. So the rural road can connect to the township and the city level, so we can create more cluster of beautiful villages, farming lands, as well as the industrial park, to create the coordinated development among the different sectors, and so people's needs for more convenience transport could be fulfilled. So we can also inject the impetus for rural revitalization. We hope this vision could be realized at an early date. Thank you very much. Thank you, Minister, and also the Chief Planner. Thank you all.